Hi everybody. Update on the eBay stalker as promised. Have not heard back from the police in Spring, Texas yet. Um, so I don't know if it's because there's nothing that they can do, um, or if they're still just trying to figure things out down there. Um, so yeah, hopefully I do hear something back though. There's been updates otherwise though. Uh, so yeah, where we were at is Friday. We were forced to send the last item she purchased. That was shipped at 11:59 p.m. and at 1:30 p.m., basically an hour and a half later, she opened a case with PayPal, going back for her first purchase in February, claiming item was not as described. Item was damaged and wrinkled and ripped, and yeah. So PayPal looked at the listing, which is still showing up on eBay, which is why I don't want to. Um, I'm trying to like censor what I'm showing here because I don't want everybody going and stalking my eBay accounts. Um, but yeah, they went and looked and they said, yeah, you did say there was damage. You did show there was damage, except the problem is she's saying it was ripped, and you said nothing about being ripped because it wasn't ripped. Most definitely was not ripped. So because she added an extra word, we were getting kind of screwed. But the PayPal rep agreed something wasn't right, and they said what we're going to do because of what's going on is we're going to tell her to return the item, and if you get something else back or get an empty package back um, or if it's completely destroyed, like I said, like ripped, that means she could send it back ripped in half. And she goes, no, that would be considered completely destroyed. That's something different. She says, let us know what or if you get anything back, and we will appeal this and proceed from there. And she said that she was investigating the account as well, because of what this buyer has been doing. So yeah, that was Friday afternoon. We had talked to PayPal. They sent the email to her saying to return the item at like 3 p.m. Last night at like 6 p.m., like right within minutes before PayPal closed, she contacted PayPal and gave them a tracking number. And I'm going to show you this, showing the item was delivered. Uh, yeah, I'm just going to cut to it, and I'll come back. So yeah, this is the email from PayPal last night. The buyer provided the following tracking information, tracking number, shipped by USPS, and this is the link. And it's not going to let me click on the link in this email for some reason. I'll copy that since the tracking information shows the merchandise is delivered to you. You have issued a full refund to the buyer on your behalf. If you have any further questions, blah, blah, blah. So let's go take a look at this tracking that was provided. USPS delivered Spring, Texas. We sure as hell do not live in Spring, Texas. Uh, Tracking history, she sent it and it was delivered back to herself. So, yeah, that was the tracking information she gave to eBay, which is why she lost the case. And she lost that case with eBay on March 16th, is when we called down and had that closed. Or maybe it's the 15th. No, it must have been the 15th. I think we called right away. Anyways, um, but they said Canada Post was showing it as delivered. And yes, weirdly, all of a sudden, and this never used to say this, strangely, it says that. So yeah, as you can see, Canada Post now for some reason says delivered in Moose Jaw. It never used to say that. I don't know when or why that changed. I'd always used to just say, if you put in a tracking number, there's nothing in the system, because unless something actually even gets to Canada, it won't show up. So that was weird. Um, and yeah, the rep was saying that was why, because something was showing as delivered, and yeah, couldn't help us. So um, she's like, call Canada Post, and we're confused and we're pissed off. So we hang up the phone and we're looking at everything and we're discussing this, and then we're just kind of like, what the fuck do we do now? Like, we just got totally ripped off. We are screwed. We have lost. I thought it was gonna be pretty easy last night actually when I looked at the email and clicked on that link, and it's taking me tracking the same tracking. It showed she delivered something to herself. But yeah, this is kind of where we were at. So I'm like, no, let's call PayPal back. So we call back, and it was Steve on the phone, and he kept like repeating himself, and he seemed really confused. And I'm like, what? Now what the hell is going on? Like, let me talk to the rep if she's not understanding what you say, because he talks funny. So sometimes they don't understand what he's saying. But no, that rep was really stupid. And then said, she goes, oh, I'm going to transfer you to someone. And I was like, okay. And she transferred me to eBay. Like, I didn't call eBay, I called PayPal. Like, for fuck's sakes. So we call back again, a third time, but we got a really good rep. And yeah, I'm talking to her. And I am saying, like, I'm pissed off and I don't understand how any of this just happened. Because I said, first of all, if she was told on Friday to return something, why is she being allowed to use tracking information from March to begin with? That doesn't seem right to me. If you're told on Friday, July 12th to return something, you shouldn't be able to use tracking that's 4 months old. And I also said, now if this was the other way around, if I had sent her something and she was claiming she didn't receive her item, you'd be asking me where it was delivered. You would want more proof than just saying the name of the city. You would want a postal code on that. And she goes, yep, you're right. Just hang on a second. And she goes and brings it back up on Canada Post, and she goes, you're right. It doesn't say anything. It just says Moose Jaw. You're right. It could be anywhere. She could have sent it to Walmart. We don't know, and that is policy. PayPal requires city, state, or province, and a postal code on tracking for them to accept it. So, because I also said, like, if there's a postal code on that, like Canada, our postal codes are different than the States. Like in the States, a postal code is like a fairly big area. I think sometimes it might even be like the entire city is on one postal code, um, or at least a good sized chunk of it, anyways. But in Canada, our postal codes go by the block and not like a block for as far as it runs, but just like one block till it gets to the next streets, and then the next block is a different one, and then it intersects again or cuts off. So yeah, you could actually narrow something down pretty damn good. And we are on a one-sided street. There's nothing across from us. So if we had tracking that said something was sent back and delivered to this postal code, we could go knock on the front door of every house on this block. There's 20 houses, and say, did you get something that you couldn't explain back around this time? We could start narrowing things down, but yeah, there's no postal code. So we won. They appealed it and reversed it like right away. Within a few minutes, we got it back. And that rep as well said she's also going to investigate that buyer's account because something isn't right. And she goes, I know somebody else is already investigating this. She goes, I'm also going to investigate this because they shouldn't be allowed to do this. So, like, hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully, maybe PayPal will be able to step up and block the buyer from PayPal, maybe. Um, but yeah, I said, well, I'm sure we'll be calling back because I'm sure there will be more like that purchase that we had to send on Friday. I'm sure something will happen with that. I'm surprised there was another purchase. Yeah, she made another purchase like a few days, maybe a week after that poster. And I'm surprised she hasn't done anything with that yet. Like, she must just be waiting. I don't know. She must be waiting up to 6 months. You know, and I keep saying she's really stupid. Um, and she is. I truly believe she is dumb as shit. But I don't know. It's somehow stupid people always seem to manage things like this. So, but yeah, that's where it's at. We appealed and we won. So we still had our money yanked back from her. Wonderful. That was my update. And if I hear back from the police, I will update on that. And I will update on any further claims she opens. So if you're not already subscribed, and you want to keep track of this shit show, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.